Hello guys, welcome to Examdays. So in this video we are going to discuss about MLHP Entrance Examination Bits part 3 out of 100 question 100 videos. So this is the series we started to continue up to 100 videos. So today is the third part. So in this, the first question is going to be drug choice of diarrhea. What is the drug choice of diarrhea? Your options: Lomotil, B. Raglan, C. Bisacodyl, D. Sucralfate. Your answer A. Lomotil. So Lomotil is the medication which is used to treat the diarrhea. So it helps to decrease the number of frequency of bowel movements. It works by the slowing the movement for the intestines. So this is the similar to the opioid pain relief, but it acts mainly so the slow the gut. So this is the medication will be used for the diarrhea. Next question: which of the following level is to be the monitored for the patient on aluminium hydroxide preparation? Your options: A. Na plus, B. K plus, C. C squared plus, Ca2 plus, D. phosphate. The correct answer is option A, Na plus. So which is also called as a sodium chemical element with a symbol of Na atomic, which is 11. So it is a soft and a spherical white highly reactable metal. Sodium is a alkali metal. Being in the group 1 of the periodic table, it is only the stable isotopic is 2,3 Na. The free metal does not occur in the nature. They must be prepared from the compounds. So here is the details as given for the first and the second region, which is the sodium atom to sodium ion. Next question: which of the following is the most frequent cause of peptic ulcer disease? Question again: which of the following is the most frequent cause of peptic ulcer disease? So this is the main trigger point. Okay, peptic ulcer. Your options: A. Helicobacter pylori, B. Streptococcus, C. Staphylococcus, D. H. influenzae. D. H. influenzae. Your options, your answer is A. Helicobacter pylori. So here is the image is showing for the only for your understanding reference purpose only. So it is pronounced as Helicobacter pylori. So it is the A type of bacteria that infects your stomach. So it can damage the tissue in your stomach, and the first part of your small intestine, which is called the duodenal. So this can cause a redness and soreness, so which is called inflammations. So this is a main problem with the peptic ulcer disease. Moving to the next question: patient can have sucralfate in what moment? Okay, patient can have sucralfate. So in which you have to select the appropriate options. In this, the option A, on empty stomach, B, after food, C, with food, D, whenever the symptom persists. So whenever the patient have sucralfate, he should have to take the medicines on the empty stomach. Okay, so here is the medicine as given, which is called sucralfate, is used to treat the prevent the duodenal ulcer and other conditions as determined by your doctor. Okay, so it works the forming the barrier or a coat over the ulcer. This perfect the ulcer from the acids of the stomach, allow to the heal this medicine. Okay, so mainly it contain the aluminium salt over here. So this is a main case it will be used. Moving on to the next question: occult blood is seen in the which of the following disease condition? Occult blood, in which of the following it will be seen? So one of the disease you have to select in which the occult blood will be occurred. So here it is. So in this case, your option is anal fistula, B. hemorrhoid, C. colorectal cancer, D. intestinal obstruction. The correct answer is option C, colorectal cancer. So it is what disease? Occult blood. So here is a scene, the place where you have to observe. So in this area, so this is a colon is the final part in the final, so digestion tract. So the colon cancer typically affect the older adults who have the place 18 place age. It should be say, that's why we call adults, so older adults, or we can say above 50. Okay, above 50, or you can say 40 plus. It should be very older. So in this case you say 60 plus also. So it can be happen at any stage. It can happen in any stage. So we can assume any age that should be 18 plus. So it usually begin as a very small, as we seen in the location here, small. Okay, so the clumps of the cells called polyps that from inside of the colon. Over time, some of these polyps can be become a colon cancers. Moving on to the next question. What is the expected side effect of magnesium hydroxide, so which is available on milk of magnesia, so which is also called as milk of magnesia? What is the side effect of magnesium hydroxide? So here is total 4 options as given. One is a diarrhea, B constipation, C loss of appetite, and the D vomiting. So most of the answer we can get so diarrhea. So constipation is related to the stomach, which is so gastric and all those things area. Okay, so diarrhea will be slightly different, which have the some symptoms here like fever, vomiting, dizziness, and some other things. So which is frequently lose the watery and unformed faces. Okay, so acute diarrhea is the sudden onset of the 3 or more loose stools per day. So lasting, which is be less than the 14 days, should be 14 days you have to consider here. Okay, so the most common cause of the acute diarrhea is an infection of intestines. So in this has the patient, for example, you can say this is a patient, so such as a gastric or the food poisoning. So do not eat the gastric related food like hot and sweets and some other fried foods, all those things. Okay, so this is acute diarrhea. So based on the so gastric or we can call as food poisoning areas. Okay, so moving on to the next question is the most common cause of the obstruction is the most common of the interstitial obstruction is A adhesion, C hernia, B hernia, C volvulus, D neoplasms. So your answer going to be the first is adhesion. So you can check it out the 2 points. Here is the one support anesthesia and here is another support anesthesia. Okay, so adhesion are the bands of scale like tissue that form between the 2 surfaces inside the body and they cause them to stick together. So you can say H and O. Cohesion, so this polar or we can call charged object. So these 2 stick together. So which with the stick together, which called as cohesion. So the 2 adjacent points who are tissue that between the 2 surfaces inside this body is called adhesion. Moving on to the next question. A patient with duodenal ulcer will experience is option A pain 2-3 hours after meal, B vomitings, C weight loss, and D hemorrhage. So that's going to be the correct answer is going to be there is a pain after 2-3 hours of you taking the meal. So this patient without duodenal ulcer, so he may get the pain after 2 or 3 hours of the what he consumed the food. Okay, so while explanation you can check it out. The duodenal ulcer are the common cause of abdominal pain. So once it treated, They usually get the better in the matter of the weeks. A duodenal ulcer is a sore that a form of in the lining of the duodenum. Your duodenum is the first part of your small intestine. Okay, you can check it out here. The three nodes as given, the one node and the second node and the third node here. So which is a peptic ulcer, which is also called. So a peptic ulcer is clearly showing. So the first one is a completely healthy and the second one is affected here, which is affected based on this duodenal ulcers. So it will be possible even after the 2 to 3 hours of your meal consumed by a person. Moving on to the next question. Profuse rice water. A stool suggests what? Profuse rice water. The stool suggests your options: dysentery, B. cholera, C. typhoid, and the D. irritable bowel syndrome. Your correct answer is cholera. So profuse rice water stool. This is one of the very important questions. Most of the exams they are asking regarding the profuse rice water. Okay, so this is a form suggest a cholera. So cholera is an acute diarrheal infection caused by the ingestion of food or water contaminated with the bacteria Vibrio cholera. Okay, so cholera is a mainly the symbol of the stool suggestives. Okay, so how the cholera is going to be formed, all the information is regarding for the food or infected water consumed, so that the cholera will be formed. So the cholera remains a global threat of the public health and the indicator of inequity and the lack of social development. Moving on to the next question. Involuntary flapping movements of the hand are seen in metabolic liver dysfunction. Options: A. ataxia, B. asterix, C. apraxide, D. disease. So sorry, the C is a apraxia and D is tics. So here is the answer is going to be option is a B, asterix. So it's going to be the flapping movement of the hand, the seen in the metabolic liver dysfunctions. So here is showing the figure for the understanding purpose how the hand is moving here. So the patient wrist, the fingers are observed in the flap because of a brief rapid relaxation of the wrist is dorsiflexation, where this is one common point. So it is a disorder in which the person lost the motor control of the parts of the body. So this is a commonly called a flapping hand tremor because of the muscles in the finger and the wrist are typically affected. A person with arthritis loses muscle control and experiences irregular jerking movement in the hands. So that's why we call how we going to recognize asterixis. Moving on to the next question. Telescopic appearance in intestine is seen what? Dash. A. hernia, B. volvulus, C. interception, D. diverticula. Your options is intersuspension. So intersuspension is a serious condition in which the part of the intestine slides into the adjacent part of the intestine. This is a telescopic action where the often blocks the food and the fluids from the passing through. So interception is also cut off the blood supply to the part of the intestine that affected. So here is the three parts as given, clearly showing that which is a large part, small part, and the finally edge point is given is the appendix. So this is the picture is taken from the Healthline website for your understanding purpose. What is intussusception? This is the abstraction of the intestine. So this is the point for understanding purpose. Next question, the most common area where the Crohn's disease will affect. The most common area where the Crohn's disease will affect. A. Transverse colon. B. Jejunum. C. Ascending colon. D. Ascending colon and terminal ileum. The correct answer is ascending colon and terminal ileum. So here is the part as given, mentioned is so clearly. So there is a terminal ileum which is called distal. So it is a distal end of the small intestine that intersect with the large intestine. It contains the ileocecal sphincter, a smooth muscle, the sphincter that control the flow of hymen into the large intestine. So every point as they clearly mentioned here, this is the actually many other point, and this is the ascending, and here is a duodenum. So image will be understanding purpose, so you can understand what is going to be a ascending colon and terminal ileum. Next question, acute and chronic pain or discomfort centered in the upper abdomen is A. Pyrosis, B. Dysphagia, C. Dyspepsia, D. Odonophagia. Answer, and your correct answer is dyspepsia. So here is a normal as well as affected one. 2 has given for just because of the compare purpose. So you have to compare both normal and affected one, then you can understand what is what. Okay, so it may cause the painful or the burning feeling in your abdomen, we call belly, so also called as a sore stomach. So indigestion may happen once in a while or often. So indigestion is sometimes confused with the heartburn. Heartburn is a separate condition that affects your upper chest, so that is a different part of the things. So here is the infection with the stomach ulcers, both are indicated. Moving on to the next question, a multi-system disease with fever, lymphadenopathy, arthralgia, weight loss, malabsorption, chronic diarrhea. So in this you have to select which of the following for the multi-system diarrhea with fever. A. Celiac disease. B. Lactose intolerance. C. Whipple disease. D. Liver cirrhosis. The correct answer is option C, Whipple disease. So first of all, you have to understand what is Whipple disease. So it is a very rare replacing chronic and multi-system disease which is caused by the bacterial infections. Okay, so here as the same as given, it is a rare bacterial infection that most often infects your joints and the digestion system. So Whipple disease interferes with a normal digestion by impairing the breakdown of foods and hampering your body ability to absorb the nutrients, such fact that carbohydrates. Okay, so you can understand by looking into the pictures how this is going to form on here in the form of all these amount. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 3 forms as given here. Okay, so here is a malabsorption, diarrhea, a fever, and what are the side effects as given clearly mentioned on this page. So hope you can read this one. Okay, so guys, this is all about MLHP important examination bits. So from today onwards we are going to provide this PPT in the comment box in terms of the PDF format. Okay, so those who are required this a PPT PDF, you can go to the description box. There is a link, direct PDF link, and you can download this PDF, and you have to start reading these important what we are discussing today. Okay, so download this PPT using the description PDF link. So like the video and share the video, and don't forget to subscribe for Examdays TSAP. Thank you guys, and we will meet in the next video, in the next part 4. Okay, don't forget to download this PDF from description box. Thank you so much, and sign out.